Do your programs measure up to your purpose? You caught me reading. Hey, it's Lenny Wennerstrom, and I am reading, actually, I'm using this as a tool, but I do read passages out of here, and today I'm going to read you a self-talk tip. That's number 17 if you have the book and you're following along. So this is 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose by Dr. Shad Helmstetter, my mentor, somebody who I love immensely and have an immense amount of respect for him. So I'm out here to help you find, I'm out here, look how out here is, to help you find your purpose. Look how beautiful that is. Look at, it's pink in some of the areas. I'll get my little flying feathers out of there. Oops. Oops, it says I'm low power mode. Well, we better get going then, huh? Okay, so I thought I had this. It's been a long day. I've had 2 clients and then coaching for myself. Not my personal coaching, but coaching. When you get the self-talk app, you get coaching. It's Tuesdays and Saturdays, so it's free coaching. It's a little bit chilly, so I brought this just in case. And I'm like, I just showered, so say thank you. You're welcome. But anyway, so I brought this just in case, and I'm glad I did because my head is wet. Okay, so let's talk about this, you know, the coaching. Let me finish that thought. I find that sometimes I don't finish. It's very unlike me not to finish my thoughts. I'm working on my self-talk. And I realized that I didn't even finish, like telling you how my clients, the immense progress that they are making, and very quickly. Just it's amazing to watch. And I'm going to add myself in that because I have, as I have shared with you before, to have a coach, a self-talk. Basically, it's a life coach. That's what we are. That's what we're certified as. But I have my own, and I have made immense progress. And the only way that you make that immense progress is by work, but it's also by it's also by listening to self-talk. And I always put the link in the I just realized I should have started. Somebody might be coming up the drive. But anyway, I realized that this, with the self-talk, let me just say this, the self-talk with that app, that's how you make your progress, because you're changing your programs. And we talked about that a lot yesterday. So I got new mascara too. My daughter got me new mascara, and I think it's not going to fly all over my face. I'm very excited. It's still clean and all that. So this is about you, though. Here I go on and on about me. This is about you finding your purpose. And so let's go ahead and read. Today is May 7th. We're on day 128. There are 238 days left in 2024, meaning that we are 34.97% complete with this year. So you still have about 2/3 of the year to find your purpose. And I sure hope that you are really searching for it, that you have made it a goal to find your purpose. And I hope that my being here for you every single day, I hope that's helpful to you. Okay, so here it is for today. Each day I awake, I recognize that I have another day to live up to my best, bring out the remarkable person that lives within me, and take another step forward on my journey of positive discovery. You know, your journey is an amazing one. It is yours alone. We are all individual expressions of the one energy, however you want to see that. And since at some point, this is a very short life, and at some point, you're just going to go back into whatever you believe you're going to go back to, or just go away, or whatever, however you believe. I'm not going to tell you how to believe. But why not? Why not get on the roller coaster of fun and have those exhilarating rides up, and then the whoosh, but that's when you reach your goal, right? It's like, easy sailing. We don't want to look at this is going up, you know, however that goes, but you're going up, 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 trying to, you know, with a challenge, your obstacle, you're overcoming that obstacle, and then you're going all the way up, and then you're just like, and I need 2 hands to do this because you know what I'm doing. I'm ready to show you. I have to close the book though, so I can do it. And then you're going at the top. Here's the top. I don't know if you can see the top, but anyway, you're at the top, and then it's like, and you're like, ah! And you're so excited, or you're throwing up or something, but you're just going down and you're just so excited because all of a sudden you're coasting and you're having fun. And life is fun like that. So I encourage you highly to take that roller coaster ride, enjoy the dips, because that's where you're not just coasting, but you're just having fun, and enjoy the challenges, like the anticipation of what's coming next, because you're creating it. You're always creating it. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so here we are, self-talk tip number 17. Do your programs measure up to your purpose? I know you've been waiting for it, so drum roll, please. Here you go. What if you were sent here to live your lifetime doing something of great value? What if? But what if the programs you got while growing up hid your real potential and purpose from you? What if your programs don't measure up to your purpose? That's exactly where most people spend most of their lives. Our objective is to excel personally, to reach an important target of value in life. But along the way, we receive so many of the wrong messages that get wired into our brains that we not only lose sight of the goal, we don't even know there is a goal, a greater goal, the reason we're here. And yet, the moment you stop and ask yourself the question, what is my purpose? What is your purpose? There is a part of you that knows deep down inside that not only do you have a purpose, but you also desperately want to find it and live it out. How does that feel? Good, huh? The answer is to first recognize that you have great value, an important purpose, and a reason for being. You didn't come here by accident. You have a job to do, and it's time for you to override any previous programs that you got that were negative or wrong. The next step to recovery is to practice changing your self-talk to the right kind, the kind that shows you who you are and why you came here in the first place. Do you get the value, the gold, the writing down into like having fun? Do you get that immenseness, fantabulousness, excitedness of life, the adventure? That's what it is. And you can choose to, I'm looking for Feather because she took off as usual with a bone. Anyway, but that's what's here for you. That's what's here for all of us. And as long as we see it, then, oh, she's right there. Anyway, so long as we see it, look, there's Feather. Let me see if you can see her. There's Feather and there's Happy Beans. Here. Anyway, they're both here and safe. That's a good thing. When you can see, when you can understand, when you can value why you're here, when you can get excited for just what's coming next, when you have purpose, you wake up in the morning and when you have set goals, I mean, this just like totally like triplifies it. Is that a word? I don't know. I'd say it's like 100-fies it. But when you have purpose, which means you have meaning and you have direction in your life and you know where you're going, and then you set goals to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve, you know like where you're going the next day, like you always know where you're going. Not exactly, but I mean, when you have a goal, you know exactly what the plan is, right? You already know what the obstacles are going up there, right? You know what the obstacles are and you already have a plan because you've already figured out your action steps. So you already know what the plan is and you're moving towards that and you're making it happen. So this is like living just like in immense gratitude for the adventure that you have created for yourself, and you get to create your reality. And this is like what I have said, setting goals is a spiritual practice. Why is it a spiritual practice? And I'll continue to tell you this, because when you have a goal, what is it? What is it? Can you touch it? Is it tangible? Can you go, oh, here's my goal, doink, oops. Sorry, did that give you a headache? If you can't touch it. It's just like, oh, I want, and even if you say, I want a red Ferrari, you can go touch somebody else's red Ferrari, but you can't touch yours yet. You haven't manifested it yet. You haven't brought your red Ferrari into your material world. If you want a relationship with someone, You know, you can look at other people and know exactly what it is they want. By the way, I totally focus on what they offer, who they are, like the things that you want. It's not what they offer. It's what do you want in someone? And just really focus on those qualities in that person. And not in that person, but in the person that you would like to be with. That's so mucho like you, meaning shared. Like you guys like to go hiking and biking and swimming and out to see the museum and movies and you know, cooking and baking and just RVing and all the things that you like to do together. And you just have that in your mind's eye. Remember I talked about yesterday, envisioning. Envisioning is so powerful because the brain and the universe, they don't discern between what's good or bad, wrong or right. They just go by what you have put into your brain. And I'm talking about 3D world, right? The brain, your computer, your shiny bright toy that you get to put in whatever programs you want, which you can find 30 days free in the description for the self-talk. It's positive self-talk. That's a language. And you put those programs on repeat, and then what comes out? Wow, I am awesome and amazing, and I have high self-esteem, and I can get any job that I want, or I can build my own business. I can. No more that, oh, I don't know if I can, or well, I don't have enough money. It's like, well, okay, so the way to look at something like that is, okay, it's not in the budget right now, but it's definitely on my list to move that way. And then you set goals. My goal is to, whatever it is your goal is to, and then you date it, right? And then you write the obstacles, and the more specific you can be about those obstacles, the better. And it's not a negative thing. You're just looking at the obstacles. And just because that's the reality of being in the 3D world, we have challenges that we get to overcome. We don't have to overcome. We can just lay in bed and not worry about it and, you know, sleep or eat bonbons or whatever else. We can do that. And then you have your plan. Your action steps are your plan to overcome those obstacles. What's wanted or needed? What do you need to go over or under or around? What do you need in order to overcome that obstacle or move yourself forward towards that goal? That, you write it down. That's your action steps, and then you date them. Remember, all of this is written in sand. It's okay if you don't get there exactly when you wanted to. It's okay if you get there a year later, or a week later, or a month later. It's okay because it's your goal. Anyway, so I was telling you that, I'm just showing you that your goals, it is a spiritual practice. You are bringing from the invisible to the visible. You are manifesting. That's all it is. And it sounds so simple. I'm telling you, it is the most amazing skill set that you could ever acquire for living the most amazing life. And all you have to do is listen to that self-talk to change those 77% of negative programs that you got running in your brain right now. And just like, you're going to override them. So let's get back to the, hope I didn't, very unlike me to skip over an important part or miss a point here. So I'm sure you'll remind me in the comments. I hope you do. Okay, so May 7th, each day I awake, I recognize I'm going to read this better. Each day I awake, I recognize that I have another day to live up to my best. Another day, and get excited. Bring out the remarkable person that lives within me and take another step forward on my journey of positive discovery. Isn't that exciting? Because every day you have a new day until you don't. So why not make the most of it? And that's what I was going with, you know, when you have your purpose and you know where you're going to, you have meaning in your life, and you develop that skill set of you're setting your goals. And so every morning you wake up, it's like Christmas. I mean, I have more Christmas mornings than I don't. It's like, or Christmas Eve, more like, oh my gosh, Christmas morning is coming. It's the funnest thing. And when I know exactly where I'm going, and I don't always, but I always know what I'm going for because I've developed that skill set. And doesn't mean I always employ it, but for the most part I do. And I tell you what, when it's grooving, it's grooving. and it feels good, and you wake up and you're like, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to work on my presentation, and I know how much time I'm going to spend on it, and I'm going to use the Pomodoro like my friend taught me to do, and I'm going to like really get this done. And so Pomodoro is that 25-minute, if you don't know what it is. My friend Chrissy, she uses it all the time and makes immense progress, and I used it to write my book back in, when did I write it? 2013. I think I published it in 14. And anyway, I use that same thing, but she talks about it all the time, and I was like, I'm going to do that because you kind of let things go. And man, the amount of just moving through that 25 minutes, 5 minutes break, 25 minutes, 5 minutes break, and and I think it's 25 minutes, 5 minutes break, or 20-minute break, or something like that. But the point is, you have a set time to focus. And remember, we were talking about, boy, I go on and on, don't I? Isn't it exciting? So, these concepts, these life concepts that I was talking about yesterday, focus is one of those. Like having focus and having a way, just setting a timer. You don't have to do the Pomodoro or whatever, but just setting a timer, and then just letting it go. You get so involved. It's almost like if you're writing a book, which is what happened for me. It's blank, right? Where do you start? But you just set your timer, and all of a sudden you're just so focused on that project that all your energy and everything, just like a magnifying on the ground, and you put all the sunshine, and it's going straight into the ground through that magnifying glass, and you put it on a little piece of grass, and it turns into a flame, right? The longer you hold it there. Why? Because there's a focus. It's focused energy. So when you focus your energy, then you can really go through and attain your goals. And when you know where you're going, because first of all, let's just start from the beginning. You have purpose. So I hope I'm getting you excited to find your purpose, because when you have purpose, then you have meaning in your life and you have direction. I've said that, and I will continue to say that because it's amazing. And then you set goals. You're bringing the invisible, because it's not there yet. It's not in your material world yet. And you're bringing that into your material world. It is a spiritual practice. And then the way to get it is, you set your goal, and I've already gone over the how to, and you follow your action steps, overcoming your obstacles, and then you achieve. And then you achieve. And then you achieve some more. And you keep taking steps forward. Do you see why you create your own reality? And when you're focused on all the caca that's out there, the crap, that is negative, and I say crap because it's very low frequency and negative, and I'm talking about sure, the economy, the wars, the all the traffic, the job that you intensely dislike, and you can look at all these things. Now, the job you might be able to do something about. The traffic you might be able to do something about. You could go earlier, leave later, work from home, find another job. But the things that are so big that there's nothing that you can do, except there's always something you can do. You can pray if you're a prayer, or you can send good energy, and you could not put your focus on it like that magnifying glass, so that you don't make it bigger and stronger. You turn that magnifying glass around, and you make you bigger, and you stronger, and you more successful, and you achieving your goals. Success as you define it. Isn't that exciting? See, you create your own reality. This is very exciting. Okay, so it's getting really, really dark here. Did I read it? I already read it twice. I'll read it one more time just because it's fun. Each day I wake, I recognize that I have another day to live up to my best, bring out the remarkable person that lives within me, and take another step forward on my journey of positive discovery. Right? You're going up, up, up. And as you're like, oh, up, 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 up. Anticipation, right? You remember that, the catch up? Of course you maybe you don't. That's a jingle. And by the way, that's repetition. Why do I remember that? Anticipation. I don't even remember what kind of catch up, but it was anticipation is making me wait. I'm a really good songstress. But anyway, singer. But that repeated, and now I have that jingle in my head, which is why people make jingles, because it works. And then you remember. So, but anyway, so anticipation of the, even with challenges, of your goal, because your goal, you never lose sight of that goal. You never lose sight of that. If you want it, you never lose sight. And then you get to the top, and it's like, oh my God, am I here? Am I here? Am I here? And then it's like, whee! And you're going down and exciting and just having a ball. And that's how you do it. That's how you live life fully. Isn't that exciting? It's pretty simple. I love you so very, very much. You can do it. You can find your purpose. You can live fully. You are unlimited. You can do absolutely be anything, change anything that you want to. That's why you're here, to have this experience. I mean, I don't know your exact purpose, but you do. Remember, it's here. It's not like, where is my purpose? Show up wherever you are. Anyway, that's not what it is. So yes, you can do it. I believe in you. Absolutely, I do. As always, shining my light, which is so full of love and sunshine and happiness. Shining my light always to brighten yours. See you tomorrow. Ciao.